first album called UFO 1. All right, this is kind of like heavy blues rock and some boogie. You know, the album is basically a bunch of cover tunes and some originals. You know, decent, if not really groundbreaking stuff, but decent. You know, some covers, like I said, Come Away Melinda, Come On Everybody. What else we got here? Who Do You Love? And then a bunch of originals by the band. You know, it's solid. So they followed that up. That was 1970 they released that. So 1971, a year later, they released UFO 2, which a little bit changes here popping into the music. So here we've only got 5 tunes, 2 of which are fairly lengthy. So all of a sudden, the guys start exploring like space rock and some psychedelic lengthy jams. So a little bit different. So, you know, again, a lot of live touring, a lot of local shows. But again, the album doesn't really sell much. They also release a live album right around this time. But then, you know, in 1972, Mick Bolton decides to leave. He's replaced by ex-Pink Fairies guitar player Larry Wallace. That proves to be short-lived after a bunch of live shows. In comes a fellow named Bernie Marsden, Babe Ruth, and also wind up joining David Coverdale's Whitesnake, where he spent many, many years. So how the story goes, that it did a lot of touring. I think Marsden was in the band for roughly a year, maybe not quite that long. They were doing some tours through Europe, and at some point for one show where they were playing with the Scorpions, the young German hard rock band, Marsden got held up in travel, and he was not able to make a gig. So you guys in UFO were like, oh, we don't have a guitar player. What are we going to do, right? So they actually asked their cohorts that they're sharing the stage with that night if they could borrow their 17-year-old lead guitar player. Of course, that fellow was Michael Schenker. Flying V. Axmeister, then 17 years old, just a teenager. He played the gig with them, and they really liked what they saw and they heard, right? So then what winds up happening? They actually asked the Scorpions if they could steal, you know, their guitar player away. Would you like to join UFO? And Schenker takes them up on their offer. So Marsden, goodbye. In comes Schenker. Right, and you know the rest is history. Of course, we know that UFO then replaces Michael Schenker with Uli John Roth. The rest is history. So here we are, 1973. So Schenker is an official member of UFO.